Hi, I'm Alice Lyons, and I'm going to read from my book, Oona, which I'm delighted to learn is shortlisted for the Kate O'Brien Award. So Oona is a novel, and the protagonist, who's Oona, is from New Jersey, but she moves to rural Ireland. And part of the trope of the book is that Oona is as a person is quite limited and quite out of touch with herself because of the early loss of her mother in a very traumatic way. And so the book is written without the letter O, which comprises half of her name. And I'm going to read you just a short chapter, a short excerpt from chapter 48, where she first arrives in County Leitrim. Leitrim had a nice ring. It had hills, a busy river, the Black Pig's Dyke between here and fabled up there, the many tales, them and us, the raw, kidnapped nags, Armalites, Gelignite, Semtex. It all huddled in the gentle hills and wet, reed-filled fields. I pedaled the hired bike a summer day, left Leitrim village, heading where I hadn't a clue. I was transgressing the map, pushing its limits. The way was quiet, nettled, and bramble fringed. Buildings were sparse. Farmers meandered in distant fields, staring vaguely at me as my hired bike ticked by. A few steep hills had me standing, panting and pedaling hard. Then I was freewheeling, and the village unveiled itself like a quick tidal sequence as I passed. Sheds with neat turf stacks, wild fields and recently cut fields, silage bales tightly wrapped in black plastic painted with white, chalky, bird-frightening graffiti, laundry lines with pegged underthings and tracksuits, brightly painted walls, electric wire fences, beech hedges, cypress hedges, habitable dwellings, large and small, scattered here and there. The village was empty at the center, just a green triangular field in it with cattle whining. The white pebble-dashed church at the field's end dwarfed everything else, even Murphy's pub and market, with Weetabix and Ender Rat cakes stacked in a farmer-friendly display. I asked inquisitive, massive-headed Jim behind the till if he had ice cream, and he sure did, Magnum Classics. I leaned with the bike against the pimply, pebble-dashed church wall, baking in rare, full sunshine, licked up the ice cream, licked the stick, and stuck it in the bin. Passing the bridge, I saw a place with a Farrell's estate agent's sign in the garden, sniffed the river air, and cycled a few miles up where the main Dublin carriageway intersected. I turned back, re-sniffed the river, passed the Farrell's sign again. Halt, I heard myself say. Halt and think and see. The place faced the river. It was sturdy and single and cleanish. I rapped the skinny glass pane beside the entry, was admitted by an Englishman. He had lived there just a few years. Packy McGuigan had built the place in 1948. The inside was bright and airy. Sun streamed in the big west-facing glass. The side garden was bee-lilaced. It had a little yodel burner. I'd gather sticks. It'd be warm. It was a place to begin. It was a beginning place. Thanks.